Today on Drawbli.
Ben is drawing.
Yeah. Oh, I have to fill in the blank? An Asian grill.
Ah, yes.
Click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
Right before we started, Abby was like, what do we call this? I was like, I don't know.
An Asian grill. That's what the files
That's
are
what the
named.
file name is, Asian grill. which is, it has, yeah, okay. Let's continue forward here. What do you think of my beautiful nose that I've drawn there?
I was just thinking the other day that I want to do a series of nose iterations.
Me too.
So I'm taking notes. I'm looking at that, thinking like, okay, what can I take from that? How can I learn? I always learn a lot from watching you create. You always create your skin rendering in such a bold way.
So bold.
Well, you know it has to go through this stage of looking like a weird mosaic. And then you blend it out and it's like magic.
Magic. What I have been doing a lot more recently is I have been splashing paint on my screen at first, and then after doing a little bit of that, I'll go over top of that with the pencil. I don't know why, but it really mentally helps me figure out the proportions and where things need to go by starting with a really big chonky brush first.
That's so interesting. That's a cool workflow.
And it also actually allows for some cool happy accidents to occur. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
And there's some of that mosaic blending that you were just talking about.
Yeah, you always get such smooth, good-looking skin when you do that route.
I get something, but yeah. Thank you.
The hair looks really good too. I like the way you simplify the hair because I either have hair that's overcomplicated or not complicated enough, but also doesn't look like hair, and you have found that happy balance.
Well, if you guys have not checked out Abby's last drawing, she is being an absolute liar right now because her last drawing of 4 different characters, I'm doing one, she did 4 different portraits, and all of them had absolutely gorgeous hair.
Well, I can't take credit for that. The references were gorgeous.
Well, you did a really fantastic job painting them. So.
I love how I still wish I used this as one of my regular workflows, but where you splash on the huge red and then fade the opacity. I want to try to practice that and bring that into my workflow.
It's kind of my thing though.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if you steal that, if you take that from me, I'd be really upset.
How upset would you be? Would I make you feel better by buying you some ice cream level of upset?
I'd hide your iPad so you can't paint anymore.
That's pretty upset, so maybe I won't. But if I can bribe you with ice cream to not be upset, then maybe I'll go for it.
Since when have I ever been bribed by ice cream? Or since when have you ever bribed me with ice cream?
I never have. I've been saving this for emergencies. Because I'm I could do this in a pinch, but maybe it's a one-time thing
okay.
where it would only work once. So I got to save it for something big,
the hill you have to die on.
Using the splashes of red and fading the opacities.
Okay.
Or blue, as it works. Sometimes you do it with blue.
Apparently, this is Abby's ultimate last card that she's been holding close to her chest.
I crashed your car. Yeah. Here's some ice cream.
Oh, God. That would be very applicable since you had been using my car a lot recently.
The registration on my car was expired, but the process to get it registered in our state is a lot of hoops. So in the meantime, I had to drive legally without the risk of being pulled over just for tags. Ben was letting me use his car to get to work. Yes. Look, and then it didn't last too much longer after that. I went and got my new registration on my car. And now I'm all legal. Street legal.
So your tags were expired on your car? By how much?
You know how much. The officer told me a year and a day. He was surprised. He made it himself sound so friendly by saying well, I would have to impound your vehicle, but I'm just gonna write you this ticket.
Yeah, I was sitting in the passenger seat.
Oh, man.
And he says, a lot of the time I would just let you go, but
it's a year and a day.
They're expired by over a year.
A year and a day.
And he says that, and I just look at Abby like, what?
I meant to do it when we moved here, but the title was up at my parents' house because, when I bought the car, I was still living at home, and they had to mail it to me.
Excuse.
And I got distracted and forgot. Yeah. And that's the story.
And that's the story.
Plus, I had maybe heard that during COVID, they stopped looking at that kind of thing for a while, but apparently only a year. You only get a year, because literally the year and the day was when he pulled me over. So maybe they were all letting me go for like a full year. They were all fully aware. Like, oh,
there was a point here in the U.S. where it was like the DMV, BMVs, etc. were kind of like shut down. Like you actually couldn't go. I remember I had to get my car registration figured out a while ago. Oh yeah, the mustache there. I ended up erasing that one. But I had to like figure that out, and it was a huge pain in the butt. So I know your pain.
Yes.
Dealing with car stuff is never fun.
Once I got all the appropriate paperwork together, though, it wasn't bad. It was just a day of going down to the really nice BMV.
Oh yeah, the place around here is actually...
That's the nicest experience I've ever had at one.
Yep.
And every time I would go in, I had to go into 2 different offices, and every time I timed it perfectly. I went in, a line formed behind me. The next one, a big line formed behind me, but I was the first to the desk. Does this mean I was taking a long time at the desk? Maybe it does, but I obviously had a lot to work through, so new plates, all that jazz. I was gonna say, and I cleaned my car. I went to the car wash. Wow. The man gave me $2 at the car wash because I showed up and I didn't have any cash. I'm a mess.
I never take cash anywhere. Cash is just, I just hate carrying physical money.
It was such a modern looking car wash. I thought they'd have a credit card reader.
Oh yeah, that's actually weird.
Mm-hmm. But that's pretty common with car washes. I mean, if you've seen Breaking Bad, you know they're for laundering money, so they can't really use credit cards.
This guy gave you $2 so that you could get your car washed.
He was so nice. He was like the owner of the car wash, and I just probably looked as helpless as I truly am.
Oh no.
He was so nice though. Oh my gosh. And it gave me like 3 minutes to wash my car. He offered to get me more so I could wash longer, but I was like, no, I felt bad enough taking $2 already. So I did the fastest car wash you've ever seen, and it came out looking really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So fancy.
Yeah.
I've been playing around a lot with some texture a little more recently. There are a series of Lion Decker brushes that you can get for free online. For free. And honestly, they're not like anything special. I'm trying to like find ways to incorporate the texture into my workflow. I haven't figured it out yet, but it's something that's kind of fun to play with and try to figure out. It gives it a canvasy type texture.
Yeah, like a corrugated cardboard look.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Oh,
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
She's looking so good. Her skin is just incredible. The way the planes shift there. A while ago, somebody in one of our comments recommended a YouTuber who teaches just like proportions of the face, like drawing. Well, he teaches a lot of things in Russian, but he has English subtitles.
Oh,
Alexander
cool.
somebody. And
Adam Sandler?
No, Alexander somebody with a Russian name. And he had a lot of great advice on like the turns of the face and planes of the face. I mean, so do you, obviously. You have a whole tutorial on sculpting the planes of the face.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's a difference between drawing and sculpting, but mostly there's not. I could probably watch your planes of the face tutorial and learn a whole lot too.
Yeah, it's just that, it's excuse me, it's like drawing and sculpting are 2 completely different mediums. And this is a really hard thing, I think, for people to grasp when they don't do both or haven't done both. Especially when you do one at a very professional high level and the other one you do not. Like you're very new to the other one. Mm-hmm. So it's like watching a tutorial for like learning how to play a song on guitar and then you're trying to play it on piano. Mm-hmm. So it's like a different tool that you're using with that information. Yeah, the information is the same. A lot of that is very similar, but
using the tool.
It's just, it's completely different.
That's such a good point.
2D and 3D are completely different beasts.
It's like you have to be able to read music for both a piano and a guitar, but they are so different to play. And here's your final girl. Oh, your skin tone, so good. The hair, I love all of this. Good job.
Wow. You are, as always, far too kind.
I am never far too kind. An artist is never too kind. She's exactly as kind as she means to be.
Wow.
Yes.
Poetic.
A little Gandalf for you.
Oh,
Twist
and
it a bit.
and if you want to hear more Gandalf in the future, you can click that subscribe button.
And comment below. We love your comments. They're good ideas, and they've been very helpful, so keep them coming.
And we will definitely check out Adam Sandler's face tutorial.
Yes, that was going to come into being. And
No, after you, please.
And this is the part where we say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Adam Sandler and his face tutorial. It would probably be
You
him.
give a little zabadoo and a boobada-boppy.
Yeah, it'd be all him doing goofy stuff.
Oh wait, that became a little more Bill Cosby than Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. I don't know, like Huey from Hubie Halloween.
Oh God. We will have to do another discussion on Hubie
Oh my God.
Halloween.
Oh.